We are also on Weibo. Please check us out for more great videos.
If only all battles could be settled with lip syncing. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 best lip sync battles.
You look like you're ready for battle. You look like you're ready for war. You look armed and dangerous.
I do?
You do.
Good, then you believe me.
I do believe you.
What started as a sketch on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon has become an entertainment phenomenon, where we get to sit back and watch our favorites go to war, through song, dance, and the occasional costume. So let's take a deep breath and pretend to sing along as we count down our absolute favorite performances. Number 10, Julianne Hough versus Derek Hough. How else would professional dancers settle any form of sibling rivalry? As if being on Dancing with the Stars wasn't enough, the Houghs brought their best moves to the lip sync stage. They each really hit their stride in the second round, as Derek dug deep to swing from the chandelier, and Julianne just had sex, and from the looks of it, it felt so good. This was an interesting song choice, since the opponent was her own brother. Watching Julianne tell the crowd to sing with her about the glory that is sex was one thing, but watching Derek's face, priceless. Number 9, Gigi Hadid versus Tyler Posey. What do a fashion model and Teen Wolf have in common? Extreme levels of attraction, that's for sure. Oh, and their lip syncing ain't bad either. Tyler Posey perfectly recreated the iconic, sketchy storyboard style of Take On Me, and took us back to the era of quirky 80s videos. Meanwhile, Gigi Hadid blasted us off into the distant future, armed with a tight catsuit, futuristic bike, and hot backup dances. She was so larger than life that even the Backstreet Boys had to lip sync her praises. Well, 2 of them anyway. Number 8, Kevin Hart versus Olivia Munn. According to our sources, these two have some bad blood.
So take a look what you've done, 'cause baby now we got bad blood. Hey!
With Kevin Hart, we expected something wild and crazy, and the comedian did not disappoint. He flooded the stage with an entire crew dressed to the nines in baggy clothes, sunglasses, and crowd surfing energy straight from the streets. Olivia Munn's act was a bit more subtle with her aggression, as she angrily wrote in a notebook directed at Kevin.
Rub it in so deep, salt in the wind like you're laughing right at me.
Then she slowly crept towards the front of the stage, weapon in hand and deadly sirens at her side. Kevin better watch his back.
And baby now we got bad blood. Ha!
Number 7, John Legend versus Common.
First song is something real special for y'all. It's the Jackson 5, I Want You Back.
This battle is a prime example of the fun these celebrities have on this show. Both Common and John Legend take things slow with their first round, with Common fondly lip-syncing to the Jackson 5, and John Legend making sure to accessorize his teeth to pay proper respect to Juvenile.
Doing slow motion by Juvenile. Let's ride.
The second round is where things really get entertaining, because honestly, we're just here to have fun, all night long. The tight pants, the hair, the breakdancing, Common clearly came to party. But even so, John Legend told him, with confidence, that he can't touch this.
My music hits so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord.
Number 6, Anna Kendrick versus John Krasinski.
We're gonna take the beginning of this song and do it easy. But then we're gonna do the finish. Right.
Oh, John Krasinski, is this what happens after The Office runs its course? If so, thank you. as the executive producer and the one who came up with the idea, we're certain that John knew that his time to grace the stage would come. And boy, did he ever grace it.
Things you'll do, John.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. You're fired. Yeah.
Who could possibly compete against a man who dared to emulate the great Tina Turner? Enter Anna Kendrick, who looks as sweet as apple pie, if that pie had a big, big booty. Even J-Lo approved of the sexy girls on the dance floor. Number 5, Joseph Gordon-Levitt versus Anthony Mackie. Could we technically call this a Marvel versus DC battle, considering the two franchises these actors have been a part of?
Hey, Cap, how do we know the good guys from the bad guys? If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
A holiday lip-sync battle is probably less destructive than a civil war. Then again, Anthony Mackie tasting that cherry chapstick may be a bit too hot to handle. Anthony had his work cut out for him against Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who'd appeared on The Tonight Show's lip-sync battle before, and his experience showed as he became an unstoppable part of the Rhythm Nation. Well, we'll definitely raise an eggnog-filled glass to that. Number 4, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus Jimmy Fallon. The very first episode of the Spike TV series, and the transition from late-night comedy sketch to full-blown television series was a resounding success. Still one of the most viewed episodes of the series, Jimmy Fallon himself took the stage to show us how it's done. Lip-syncing runs through Jimmy Fallon's veins, but we weren't quite sure what to expect from The Rock. To our surprise and delight, the charming, muscular wrestler-turned-actor proudly stated his love for Tay-Tay and shook off Fallon's challenge. We also appreciate his great efforts to make sure the 70s are staying alive. Number 3, Josh Gad versus Kaylee Cuoco.
So let me go and just listen.
We want you to keep one thing in mind. Josh Gad is the voice of that lovable snowman Olaf.
Watch out for my butt!
So you might not want to build that snowman when you see him touching himself as Donald Trump. It's an entire presidential performance that takes shot after shot against Trump. And it ends with Gad Trump making out with a donkey-riding, sombrero-wearing Galecki Trump. Yep, Josh Gad was so ruthless against Kaylee Cuoco that he made out with her on-screen husband. Bless Kaylee's little heart, because she definitely gave some solid performances. But we can never unsee this. Number 2, Jenna Dewan Tatum versus Channing Tatum. How to start the second season of a fantastic series like Lip Sync Battle? Get a husband and wife to face off against each other, have a lot of costumes, and have a crazy amount of special guests. Jenna may have started out as a cold-hearted snake, but she switched gears with a particularly sensual homage to a certain scene in a certain movie her husband was in. Channing stepped up to the challenge and showed his wife who really wants the world by channeling his inner Beyoncé, who then proceeded to shock us all by gracing the stage. Before we put down our mics, let's sing along with these honorable mentions. Number 1. Anne Hathaway vs. Emily Blunt. It was only the 3rd episode of the Spike TV series when Anne Hathaway came in like some kind of ball that wrecks things. Maybe that's a reference to something. To be fair, when you have to follow Emily Blunt's chilled out Piece of My Heart and her smooth No Diggity, you have to bring in the big guns. Especially when you face lyrics like, "Ain't you getting bored with these fake ass broads?" Who wouldn't respond by dry humping a sledgehammer in a white tank top and high-waisted panties? Riding that wrecking ball while flipping off her opponent was just icing on the best cake ever. Do you agree with our list? Which lip sync battles do you groove along to? For more musical top 10s published every day, be sure to sing with us over at Ms. Mojo.
Yeah.